my people, how you doing? I hope you're having a damn good day. Welcome back to the channel, and today we will be doing Real Madrid's new man, Jude Bellingham, of course the 20-year-old English midfielder signed from Borussia Dortmund for like over £100 million or something crazy like that. Of course, he's only 20 years old. Out of 10, I would probably rate this as an 8, only because it was a little bit predictable. We kind of saw that he was going to go to Real Madrid. We kind of knew that he was going to go there because it was between Real Madrid and Liverpool at one point, and damn near Liverpool came out and said, oh, we can't afford him. And once they did that, we kind of knew. Like, it was written on the wall that he's going to go to Real Madrid. I will say, though, getting Zidane's number, it's a nice touch. That is a nice touch. Number 5, of course. So we'll have to see how he pans out. But in terms of the instructions and everything, this is how I see Carlo Ancelotti playing him going forward. So without further ado, smash the like button down below, of course. We're going to get into these instructions ASAP. Now, before I get into these instructions, at Borussia Dortmund, they played a 4-2-3-1, well, majority of the time, formation with Bellingham in the double pivot role, getting forward, being more advanced, and so on. So, of course, Real Madrid, they play a 4-3-3, and this is more or less how I would see Bellingham play there. I've tried to recreate how he played for Dortmund, obviously try and change it a little bit and make sure he functions good enough and well enough in the Real Madrid system. So these set of instructions will help you do that. Okay, so as for the attacking runs, you want him to stay back while attacking. Of course, Toni Kroos, not the best defensive midfielder in terms of putting in tackles and all that, so he will need some help. But what I can say is Toni Kroos can pick out a pass easily. But in terms of the helping defensive-wise type things, Jude Bellingham's going to be that guy. He's going to be more involved in the play. Of course, he will be slightly deeper than the likes of a Modric, who will be the more attacking midfielder. He will be the guy dictating pace of play and so on. But like I say, Bellingham will be more of the, not the box-to-box, but he will help connect play between the midfield and the attack as well. So stay back while attacking. Like I say, it does create a bit more solidarity in the defensive department, although Real Madrid tend to have the ball majority of games. So as for support on crosses, you want to stay on the edge of the box. Like with the likes of Modric and Kroos, you want to constantly be recycling the ball. So if a cross is fired in and it's a loose ball on the edge of the box, you want any one of those midfielders to do the job of collecting it, recycling it, making sure you can get off a shot potentially from outside the box. Of course, Bellingham has got a great shot on him, strikes the ball so cleanly, so efficiently, so damn near perfectly. Zidane's number on the back of him from distance. Oh, written in the stars. But yes, you want him to be on the edge of the box. And also, Real Madrid, they tend to play with a very high press, so they'll pin their opponents in their own half and sometimes in their own box. And when the opponent's just trying to hoof the ball up the field to try and get a breather, create some space for themselves to work with, you want your Bellinghams and your Modric's to collect that ball as fast as possible, put it back into the box, catch the opposition out, and so on. Now, in terms of catching the opposition off guard and unaware, you want Jude Bellingham to be the aggressor. You want him to aggressively go into tackles. You want him to aggressively charge down the opponents and press the opponents. And that you do with aggressive interceptions being on. You want him to be able to cut out the ball from time to time and start the quick counter press and then the quick counter attack. Of course, when you've got the likes of Vinicius and Rodrigo, Joselu, of course, in front of you, I think it could be quite a pacey counter attack nonetheless. And of course, he is 20 years old, so he is quite young. And I kind of see Carlo Ancelotti giving him this role. Of course, Valverde as well would also have aggressive interceptions because he's just got that dog in him that will want to instigate a quick counter press and trigger a quick counter attack as well. So yes, aggressive interceptions very much on. As for positioning, freedom, I have him set to stick to position. Of course, Madrid, they function in a very rigid-esque formation where Modric has his role, Kroos has his role, and Bellingham will have his role. You don't want him drifting wide. He's not that type of player that will fire across into the box like a James Maddison or a Eriksen or a Bruno Fernandes, for example. He could grow into that, but I don't see Bellingham as that type of player. And of course, you don't want him to have positional freedom because that's Modric's role, and you don't want to confuse them. Well, you don't want to mix them up that much. You want Bellingham to be on the right and Modric to have a more free-flowing role on the left-hand side. Modric, on the other hand, will more or less fire crosses into the box and so on. And then as for defensive position, I have it to cover wing. Of course, you have Kroos covering the center, Modric on the left, and then Bellingham on the right. Of course, Ancelotti does have a very defensive, rigid structure to how he approaches games, and you'd want a very equal, balanced midfield going forward and going backwards. So that is why I have it to cover wing. So, if you have enjoyed this video, smash the like button down below. That would be fantastic if you could. And of course, until the next time, let me know who I should do next. But of course, have a great day.